Hello and welcome to part 1 of my tutorial about the WAMP environment. This is Monster.com. I just wanted to explain the differences. LAMP, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. WAMP, Windows, Apache, MySQL, PHP. I'm going to show you how to install Apache right now. Apache is a web server that will process content to allow it to be displayed through the internet. And we're going to do this from scratch. The easiest way to find the right Apache install is to just go to Google and type Apache MSI. It's going to be the first link. And we're looking for the latest stable release. If it says beta, don't mess with it. And these are old anyway. So 2.2.17 I guess would be the latest. And this is going to be without crypto, no mod SSL. And just run it. And like I said, this is part 1. The second part, we're going to do MySQL. And then we're going to install PHP, and I'm going to show you how they work together. Apache is the easiest one, that's why we're doing this one first. Also, actually, they need to be installed in order anyway, so. Okay. Accept. Refuse to read these just because they're too long. And if you don't read this one, guess what? There's another page. The only thing here that needs to be changed is your email. And unless you have users set up, multiple users in your environment, you can just leave it for all users. Anybody that logs on, the Apache service will run for them. Default location is fine. Just install, and it takes a little bit to start going. And that's it. Apache's installed. Now, you can confirm this by seeing the icon down here, running all Apache services. Okay? So it's up and running. Now, we could just go ahead and install MySQL and PHP right now, but I want to show you some configuration options for Apache. It'll be in your start menu now. There is a shortcut here to the configuration file, httpd. Alright, we open that, it brings us here. Remember this screen because we're going to drill down to it the hard way. Remember the installation directory, it's right here, Apache. Now, okay, this was installed from my last demo, don't need that yet. Okay, config, and here's the httpd, same file we just had open. Now, this is the configuration file, and it defines where the content that is going to be, I guess, accessed through Apache is pointed, which is here by default, htdocs. And that index, that's going to be the default file it's pointing to. Okay, and we can confirm that by opening our web browser and just typing localhost, well, http://localhost. Okay, it's going to read that. Wow, here we go again. I did a practice demo where I altered these to the www folder you saw. And for some reason, when I keep reinstalling it, it reinstalls with it. So let's pretend you didn't see that. Okay? Okay. So this is the default directory it's pointing to. Now you open your web browser and you type http localhost. Oh, forgot to restart the service. Ignore all this. This isn't part of the tutorial. Okay, and you go to your web browser and you type http localhost. And there it is. It works. This file is this file within htdocs. Okay? And I'll confirm that. Okay, here's it works, localhost. It works, and here's the path. htdocs index HTML. Here's the index HTML. And here is the code. It works. Okay? It's a HTML file. This is what it's running locally. So you can type the full path, or you can type localhost and get it pointed through there, and it's the same. Okay? Now the www folder I was trying to demonstrate that if you would like to change the default location where it's pointing, which would just be a headache, but if you wanted to do so, you can create a folder anywhere and place your files that you want to be read in that folder. Now, htdocs is now empty. There's no index file in it. I moved the index file to www. Okay? So now it's here. It's in www. But if we tried localhost, it's going to be dead because it's still pointing to htdocs. It's dead. It's not going to say it works because it don't work. There's nothing there to work. It's empty. So we need to repoint or redefine in our configuration file where we're pointing. So instead of htdocs, and this is where you guys saw the www, and we'll save it. Now it's pointing to this www folder that I created with the it works in it. It works. Now let's see if it works. Oh, before I forget, well, I'll do it anyway. It worked the first time. It's dead. Why is it dead? We're in www. I changed my config file. Index is there. It doesn't work. Oh, but I forgot to restart the Apache service. That would be in control Apache server, restart service. This will refresh the configuration. Now www index. Let's try locally. Boom, it works. Okay? Now, that's how to install and configure Apache. Let me see while I'm in here if there's anything else in the configuration file you might need. I don't really think there's anything else you'd need to alter in here. That's about it. That's all we're going to cover right now. And check out part 2. We're going to install MySQL, which is a little bit more complicated. And MySQL will be running off of Apache, and then PHP will also be running off Apache, and then I'll show you how to integrate the MySQL with PHP. So that's part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you very much. Now you figure out how to close this. Cam Studio. Alright, thanks.